God bless and happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Welcome to the Biblecast. Well, I guess it's not technically Valentine's Day yet, but it will be. This week, we celebrate our loved ones who are closest to us in our lives. We look past our own life issues and hold on to the ones who are there pretty much through it all. The people we love and hold dear to our hearts. In the Bible, about 950 BC, King Solomon reigned. He was described as a fabulously wealthy and wise king. He was actually predecessor to King David in the lineage of Christ. He was extremely powerful, too. He was known as the king of the United Monarchy, which later broke up into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. He was a major prophet and credited actually for building the first temple of Jerusalem. He was the most powerful king to ever reign of any king before him. So what does all this theological stuff have to do with Valentine's Day? It's kind of hard to imagine this great and powerful king writing a romantic novel, isn't it? Well, he actually did, sort of. He actually wrote a series of lyrical and poetic notes in a book known as the Song of Solomon. It celebrates the voice of two lovers praising each other, yearning for one another, embracing each other in love. Written kind of like a sappy romantic novel, which most guys hate. But it's a pretty good book anyway. The two are in harmony with each other and each desiring the other and sharing in complete intimacy. Ladies, I believe the term to describe this book is steamy. Dude, did I really just say steamy? Whatever. It's in the spirit of Valentine's Day. So today, I'm going to read a passage from the Song of Solomon, the Song of Songs. We're going to examine chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. By night on my bed, I sought the one I love. I sought him, but I did not find him. I will rise now, I said, and go about the city, in the streets and in the squares. I will seek the one I love. I sought him, but I did not find him. The watchmen who go about the city found me. I said, have you seen the one I love? Scarcely had I passed them by when I found the one I love. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him to the house of my mother and into the chamber of her who conceived me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or by the does of the field, do not stir up nor awaken love until it pleases. Now, the Song of Solomon wasn't written as just a love story in a Bible, y'all. It wasn't written by Oprah. There's meaning in every book of the Word of God. Don't forget, King Solomon was a prophet. So here is the first meeting of the young woman and her true love in the story. It starts off by her saying, by night on my bed, I sought the one I love. I sought him, but I did not find him. Right off, we see that the young virgin is in her bed at night thinking of her love. At this point, she hasn't found him yet. She hasn't even met him yet. She was actually dreaming of her future love. This young woman thinks about him so much that she dreams about him. Let me ask you a question. How many of you watching right now have loneliness at times in your life that seems unbearable? Situations, maybe a bad breakup, or you're wanting to meet somebody, you know somebody, and you're trying to get to them. Situations that cause you to kind of rack your brain, trying to figure out an answer. Have you ever lost sleep over it? When you're lying in bed, trying to get to sleep, do you lay awake sometimes, just stir crazy, trying to reach for the answers that will bring you peace, playing scenarios in your head like a reel-to-reel movie or something? Well, that's what our young maiden is doing here. She's going stir crazy. She's young, she's of age, she longs for the comfort of her true love. Thinking so hard about him stirs up such a passion that in verse 2 she says, I will rise now, I said, and go to the city, in the streets and in the squares. I will seek the one I love. So she wakes up, she's stirred out of loneliness so much that she makes a decision. I'm out of here. I had enough of this misery. I'm going into the city to find what I'm looking for. But look here. She then says, I sought him, but did not find him. How many times when we face loneliness do we do like our maiden here and try to search out the answers or passions without seeking God first? How many failures have we lived through because we seek out happiness in the things that don't pertain to our faith? We take it upon ourselves to do the things to please the flesh without waiting on our true love, Christ. Verse 3, the watchmen go about the city and found me. I said, have you seen the one I love? Scarcely had I passed them by when I found the one I love. Isn't it so true right here? Why can't we just wait on God? The watchmen go out about the city, found me. It's poetry, guys. She went into the city to search for a man, and what she found were plenty of guys out there who were willing, but she questioned in her heart because she was a good virgin girl, and she withheld herself, and it paid off. Have you seen the one I love? She asked herself. She wasn't asking them. She was asking herself. She questioned her own heart and passed them up. She went through those encounters a few times too. Scarcely I passed by them, she said. And then she found the one she loved. She kept her virtue and received the love of her life. We have to wait on Jesus, guys. We have to seek him diligently like the maiden sought after her true love. But we have to pass up everything that's not him or in him. He is our true passion. In verse 4, the maiden says, I held him and would not let him go. She found him, and her love was so true that she knew he was the one, and she held on to him so tightly, you can almost see it, can't you? That's what Jesus wants us to do. Seek him out and hold on to him with passion and bring him into the most personal and intimate relationship. Our maiden goes on to say, until I have brought him into the house of my mother and into the chamber of her who conceived me. Okay, so at first that sounds kind of strange. You wouldn't think she'd want to bring her man into the bedroom of her mom's house. But again, it's poetry. The king is portraying her to want to bring him into a place in her heart that is the most comfortable to her. You know, when you were a little kid, the most comforting place was in mom's bed. That's how all kids are. That's what she's saying here. Lastly, she says the most important thing of all in this passage. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles of the field, by the does of the field, do not stir up or waken love until it pleases. She offers sound advice here. Do not give yourself to just anybody. Wait until it's forever. The church is the bride of Christ. He is our forever love. Take the lesson from our maiden with you this week. No one nor anything can fill the emptiness of a broken heart like true passion for Jesus. Seek him diligently and surrender your all to him, and he will always protect and keep you. God bless everyone. I hope you enjoy a wonderful Valentine's Day with your loved ones. May God bless us all. Have a wonderful rest of the week.